Delegates, you are requested to quiet down and rise in honor of our esteemed principal and chief guest. Delegates, you're all requested to settle down. Good evening and Assalamu alaikum delegates. Welcome to the closing ceremony of the 15th edition of the ACMUN College Model United Nations Conference. We will start off the ceremony with the recitation of the Holy Quran by Masood Rahman.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين فذلك الذي يدع اليتيم ولا يحض على طعام المسكين فويل للمصلين الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون الذين هم يراءون ويمنعون الماعون صدق الله العظيم.
Jazakallah. Now I would like to invite our esteemed principal to introduce the chief guest to the conference.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you very much. Before I introduce our honorable chief guest, let me congratulate the organizing team of ACMUN. They've done a fantastic job. A round of applause for them. And behind this diligent, hard-working team of, I believe, 60, 70 students, and I'm an eyewitness. They were there planning for weeks, spending the entire day and even nights at ACMUN College, under the worthy guidance of their teachers, the headmistress, and I must mention Ms. Shazia Habib, who was there with us, there with them throughout. So congratulations, you've done a fantastic job. And I believe this has been a great conference. I was just in a session which was very well attended. And the whole point of this is, remember, primarily educational. So this is all part of your learning experience, and I'm sure you've gotten the maximum out of it. And it's such a pleasure to see students from all over the country. Okay, thank you very much. And I hope you've had a fantastic last 2 days. Now joining us for the closing ceremony as our chief guest today is the very eminent and seasoned diplomat, Mr. Shamshad Ahmed. Welcome, sir. Shamshad Ahmed is a veteran Pakistani diplomat, international relations expert, and an author who served as the Foreign Secretary of Pakistan from 1997 to year 2000. Mr. Ahmed also served as the permanent representative of Pakistan to the United Nations for 2 years His experience in international diplomacy is rich and vast. He has held ambassadorial positions in both South Korea and Iran. He currently writes a weekly column for the English daily, The News International. He's been a regular contributor to The Nation. He also writes occasionally for The Dawn and the Express Tribune, all of them Pakistani newspapers. Sir, we're honored to have you as our chief guest this evening and look forward to your insights into foreign affairs in these very interesting and challenging times. Sir, I invite you to say a few words to this audience. Thank you very much.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Honorable Principal Dr. Turab Hussain, distinguished members of the faculty, dear students, ladies and gentlemen. Well, my first word has to be one of compliments and appreciation for the faculty members as well as the students for organizing the model UN ACMUN College, ACMUN, annually in order to comprehend and highlight the role and relevance of the United Nations. Obviously, you must have discussed in detail over the last couple of days since the inauguration of the ceremony the functioning of the United Nations and its specialized agencies. But here I must remind you that the United Nations was established in 1945, emerging from the ashes of the World War II, in order to save the humanity and its succeeding generations from the scourge of war. It was to pursue the twin goals of peace and prosperity, and also had a universal message of cooperation and harmony, mutual cooperation and harmony. But at the same time, I'm sure you must have been discussing this aspect, that after the creation of the United Nations, the Cold War dynamics intervened to disrupt and interrupt the functioning of the United Nations. The Cold War was in fact dividing the world on ideological grounds, and the United Nations was handicapped from the very beginning. The United Nations became an arena of the Cold War in the early hours of the Cold War. So this situation continued until the end of the Cold War. Here I'm reminded of the 1980s when I was serving Pakistan in the United States, Washington, as a young diplomat. President Reagan often used to orate from Thomas Paine's Common Sense about the greatness of the United States of being able to turn the world all over again. It was a big slogan that he often used to raise, and indeed at the end of the last century and beginning of the new century, a Republican, because President Reagan was a Republican too, a Republican President, George W. Bush, he did what Reagan had been predicting. George W. Bush turned the world all over again, but in doing so, he turned it upside down because he waged a big long war post 9/11, the war on terror, and the world was engulfed in a war which resulted into killing of innocent people all around the world, especially Afghanistan and Iraq. So this prediction of President Reagan was again played into action by another Republican, Donald Trump, from 2016 to 20 during his first term, and he is now back for his second term with the same program. What he did was he also turned the world again, but he did it inside and out. So the world was again thrown into chaos because during his first tenure, as you would recall, he took the initiative for recognizing Jerusalem as Israel, as capital of Israel. The world community had never accepted this, but he was the only person in the world who thought that Jerusalem, no matter what, is the capital of Israel, and he declared it, and he shifted the American embassy to Israel, to Jerusalem. Well, these are the dynamics of the current, the contemporary world. I don't have to go into details, but one thing is clear, that during his second tenure, he is bound to continue his same old policies, and people in Pakistan have often misunderstood. They think that whenever an American president is elected, they think that there is a president who will take care of Pakistan. No, that is not the case. Because no matter which party he belongs, the American president, whether Democrat or Republican, once he moves into the White House, he represents only the United States of America. He doesn't even represent the Republican Party or Democratic Party. He becomes the president of the United States of America. And mind you, that there too, there is an establishment. There is a deep state in America which then runs the country, and they are the ones who are calling the shots always. So the story is now being repeated again. We don't have to go into details. Here, let me tell you that as far as the United Nations is concerned, I'm sure you must have identified many successes and many disadvantages, many failures. But one thing is clear, that there is no alternative to the United Nations. Yes, the United Nations has not been able to fulfill its dream or its charter obligations, but the onus of these failures rests not on the United Nations, but it is on the members of the United Nations, especially the P5s, permanent members, who are masters of the United Nations. Today, the decisions on all global issues of importance, big or small, are taken not in New York, they are taken in Washington. So this is the reality that we have to face, and we must acknowledge that the United Nations, in order to have any relevance and importance in the new changed world, it will have to defend what is just and right, and oppose what is unjust and evil. So with these words, ladies and gentlemen, I congratulate you once again for having had this 15th session of Model United Nations, and let me also compliment all the office bearers of the ACMUN College Students Union who have been playing a major role in these events on annual basis to continue these activities with greater vigor and commitment. Thank you very much.
Now, a token of appreciation will be presented to the chief guest by our worthy principal. Celebrating the 15 years of history and legacy of the conference, the ACMUN Society now presents to you our closing video for the 15th edition. Taking a short azan break and we'll be starting the video after that. Delegates, it is now my honor to invite the Secretary General Musa Nisar to the podium to deliver his closing speech.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. 3 years ago, at that side of the amphitheater, sat a timid 14-year-old. As he savored his first ACMUN closing ceremony, he listened as the then Secretary General of ACMUN, Hassan Majidullah, gave a speech on how it is not the awards and positions, the tangibles that matter, but rather
the memories, the intangibles that do. At that time, all that kid wanted to achieve was a Sandhya. Tonight, as he stands in his place, all he can remember is his journey to his podium. So, ladies and gentlemen, for the next few minutes, I will not be narrating tales of the peaks I have ascended during my time. Rather, I dedicate these minutes to the people who have led me here. Over the course of this year, I have been asked countless times why I devoted this much time to ACMUN. What was the point for just one Secretary General position? But I've always viewed this society as more than just an avenue for positions. This society is my family, however cliche as this may sound. For it is a family that is there to console you when you haven't won a Best Delegate Award at 12 conferences. And it is a family that celebrates with you when you become one of the champions of this country. It is a family when you're dropping off 10 people every night after ACMUN work in the car driven by Uncle Ashfaq or Shahid. And it is a family that when you don't have money for food at Bablu's and you find a fellow ACMUN member to help you out. It is a family that goes swimming in Karachi's pools when you're supposed to be preparing for a conference. And it is a family that plays cricket in the administration corridor of Dari Block every night. And now, to all those who have made everything possible. To the administration, I thank the peons, the sanitation department, the logistics, everything that the school has arranged for this conference, because I am forever indebted to these people. I then thank especially Jabbar Saab, Jahangir Saab, Awais Bhai from the senior school office, who not only let us sit in the copy room in the start of the year, but also helped us out with ACMUN related printouts throughout my journey in ACMUN. Our principal, and Ma'am Amna, our headmistress, thank you for your invaluable guidance for this event. To my incredibly special teachers, who I am not aware if they're here right now or not, to Ma'am Muniza, to Sir Heather, and to Ma'am Meher, who have been more than just a teacher for me. They have acted as parents for me during my time in senior school. And finally, the most important recognition is to our staff advisor, Ma'am Shazia. There are 22 societies in ACMUN College Senior School, and I am thankful that I was in the society that was headed by you, ma'am, because truly you are the best staff advisor possible for any society. And I hope we made you proud, and I apologize if our executive council disappointed you at any point during this academic year. Thank you, ma'am. Now to the delegates, thank you for being a part of this conference. Thank you for helping me grow as a munner in this circuit by providing me with tough competition at conferences week in, week out. Thank you for helping me experience the thrill associated with winning, and thank you for also showing me the despair associated with losing. I am thankful for all the prayers that have been on my side from the delegate side. Moving on to my juniors. We may have disagreed over decisions this year, but I know that when you are in my shoes next year, then you will understand what we had to do at certain times. As I've said, ACMUN is a family, and please ensure that the bond of brotherhood that is present in the society does not get eliminated. Thank you for conducting a successful 15th edition, especially my H1s. I can mention all of them. Yeah, I can. Lajwar Musa Yasir, the registration director, Salar Sadan, the operations director, Ghazni, the coordination director, and Shaweh Seema, the outstations director, Rayan Shafiq, Mir Zain, Nadi Ali, the publication directors, Ali Mukarram, Munib Jairad, Yusuf Kalim, all of you have made this event possible. Thank you all H1s. To my seniors who are not here and are in one of the most top universities in this world, I thank Adil, Nail, Zuman Tate, Basil, Hashim, Hamish. I would not be here without the guidance of you all. And more importantly, I thank you for the times when you were harsh with me, because it turned me from a kid to a gentleman. Thank you. To my family, Ammi, Mama, Baba, Mama's here as well today. Thank you for allowing us to invite our parents. Thank you, my Shahzan and Mama. Mama, Baba, Mahaba and Mariam, thank you for remaining patient with me when I came late to home and couldn't give you time due to ACMUN work. And thank you for supporting me whenever the pressure got high. Now to my boys, Kesar, Afandi, Sajid, Mentor, Rafe Zeem, Qureshi, Rafe Taula, Bajwa, and to all those who I cannot mention right now, thank you for standing by me in every possible crisis. All of you have shown that friendship is not on the basis of positions or accolades. It is on the basis of the sincerity of your heart. Thank you. I am glad of the tight-knit community that the ACMUN Society formed this year, and I do not regret any decisions. Thank you for standing by me. To the Executive Council now, before that, to Danyal, Bhalli, Pidi, Mustafa Mayu actually, all of these boys who were core members of the ACMUN Society and who showed at this conference that despite being an H2 chair, they were present in all committee sessions and they contributed to ACMUN work as much as they did. Thank you boys for being there for us. I am truly thankful for all of you. Now to the Executive Council. To Alawal, who has been my friend for so many years. I still remember that point when I did my first physical MUN conference. It was JT MUN in 2021, I think. We dueled, and at that time we thought we won the Best Delegate Award. We didn't, but thank you for forming that legendary duo with us, and because that committee truly taught me a lot about money. To Zohair, from being part of the Fantastic Five in C1 when we were the assistant committee directors and now being part of the Fantastic Four, thank you for your outbursts whenever we were having work. Thank you for your special choice of language as well. That truly made it entertaining for all of us. To Rana, my fellow Trinity member and one of my closest friends over these years, thank you for helping us out. Whenever we wanted to eat out, he was there with his special card. Thank you. And now, to the most important of all, my president, Jandad Irfan. I did want to be ACMUN's president one day. That was my aim. However, over the course of this academic year, I have understood that there could not have been a better president than Jandad Irfan for not only the ACMUN Society this year, for all years and for all societies of ACMUN College. Because truly, as Rana mentioned in the opening ceremony, he is one person who has demonstrated that not only does he care so much for the society, but he will always stand by for what is right. Thank you, Jandad. Thank you, because I still remember that night in C2 when we decided that one day we would be at the top in the ACMUN Society, and the Topia twins actually were. And with that, as my final address as the Secretary General of the 15th edition of the ACMUN conference draws to an end, I have just one final message. You could never tell my story. It's all you know. You could never feel my story. It's all you know. Thank you, everyone. And with that, I am Musa Nassar, the Secretary General for the 15th edition of ACMUN, hereby sign off.
With great pleasure that I invite the President for the 15th edition of the ACMUN Conference, Jandad Irfan, to give his closing speech.
Thank you, Musa, for making me sentimental before my own speech. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done us better. As the sun has set today on the highest of highs, on my highest of highs, I express gratitude to my brothers, the administration, and the delegates within Assalamu Alaikum. With merely some minutes and this mic to give justice to what I feel right now, I hope you can let go of the awards to come and pay some heed to the story which presents itself in a moment. January 2022, at my first ACMUN camp, I vividly remember Ahmed Arif Raja fist bumped me, asking me why I'm nervous. Why was I though? With all my declamation experience in prep school behind me, I shouldn't have been nervous. Maybe it was the pressure to succeed, or was it the uncertainty with what I am to expect with this society? I never found an answer. The same nervousness lingers within me as I move on to thank who shall be thanked. Musa Nisar, thank you for forcing me to join ACMUN and being humble enough to be the General Secretary yourself. Thank you for never wanting to give a speech as my duel, only to play real cricket on your phone. Thank you for never paying any of us back for the money owed in turn for your university work. Thank you for trusting me to come crying when certain endeavors of yours in NGP failed. But thank you also for helping me reflect on my decisions as president. Thank you for sticking through the tough times. Thank you for being the ACMUN Society's General Secretary and my very own Tokyo twin. Thank you, Musa Sir. To Rana, thank you for never being able to attend an MUN conference fully. Thank you for always being on house arrest or hunger strikes whenever needed most. Thank you for being there to fund our food with the £3,000 stipend of yours. Thank you for being the best operations director and the General Secretary, my General Secretary. Thank you, Ayan. So hey, thank you for being the first person to win an MUN from our batch and never winning again since. Thank you for never failing to post your admission to U Chicago. Thank you for teaching delegates at MUNs how a MacBook operates. Thank you for being the best reclamation speaker at ACMUN College. Thank you for being the Director General for the ACMUN Society and our very own Zoro. Thank you, Zoro. Alawal, thank you for being the literal heaviest manner I've ever seen. Thank you for making your president proud for getting into McDonald's College at Oxford. Thank you for sleeping throughout MUNs whenever I needed you to win. Thank you for being my charge, the affairs, and my panda. Thank you, Allah. To my mentor with IK Ibrahim, thank you for guiding me through my decisions. Thank you for cheering me up with your so-called unfunny jokes. Thank you for amusing me with your dance moves. Thank you for standing alongside me but also alongside my juniors whenever times got tough. Thank you, Ibrahim, for being my mentor. To my juniors, my younger brothers, Salar, Lajwar, Sadan, Musa Asir, Mujtaba Ghazi, Nade, Shawez. Thank you for respecting my decisions, not as president, but as your elder brother. Because if there's one thing I learned during my tenure, it is that it isn't easy to lead. And it sure wasn't as easy to be president as I thought it would be. I thank Basil for trusting me as his successor. I hope I did justice to my position. I thank Madam Amna for founding this wonderful society and this brotherhood that I shall cherish forever. I thank Madam Shazia for assuming the role of the staff advisor after Madam Amna became the headmistress and carrying the society to even greater heights. Thank you for lecturing us when we made mistakes, but thank you for trusting us and me with ACMUN. Thank you for being a second mother to me. I hope I did not disappoint. But most importantly, I remember in K3 when I won a gold medal in International Kangaroo Mathematics Contest, I dedicated my gold medal to my Dada Poo. Thank you to my Dada Poo. I went to see him, in fact, the day before ACMUN. From the word kid, he calls me kiddo. He told me that he shall now, in the near future, return to where we all belong, to Allah. 2 words he said pierce my heart. My kiddo, be gentle. And like every conversation we have ever had prior to that days, this one also concluded with a sher. Baba Bulle Shah kehnde ne, masjid dhade, mandir dhade jo kuch taitu dhenda, par kise da dil na dhavi, Rab dilan vich rehenda. So to my younger brothers present here within the amphitheater, be fierce, be competitive, be tough. But when the time calls for it, be gentle and be kind. If you ask me, I would repeat my A2 year and request Madam Shazia to allow me to serve as president of the ACMUN Society for another year. But as I glance inwards, I'm tired, and my younger brothers standing behind me and on my left and on my right are prepared to do what I did and most importantly what I perhaps couldn't. I shall now rest, for my long walk has ended. I have lost my gavel, so I would like to request Musa Nisar to allow me to borrow his to officially close the meeting. And here, as the 15th President of the ACMUN Conference and the 16th President of the ACMUN Society, I, Jahandad Irfan, hereby declare the House closed for debate.
Ladies and gentlemen,
it is time to honor the remarkable achievements of our delegates in each of their respective committees. We will now begin with the presentation of awards, and I invite the chairs of each committee to come forward and announce the awards for their respective committees. First, I would like to invite the chair for the United Nations Development Program to come forward and present the awards for their committee.
With intense debate over the course of 3 days, the following are the awards within the United Nations Development Program. In no particular order, the Special Mention Award goes to the delegation representing Rwanda. Please stand where you're sitting. The second Special Mention Award goes to the delegation representing Libya. The final Special Mention Award goes to the delegation representing South Korea. We have 3 Honorable Mention Awards. In no particular order, the first Honorable Mention Award goes to the Islamic Republic of Iran. The second Honorable Mention Award goes to the delegation representing Germany. The final Honorable Mention Award goes to the delegation representing Ukraine. We have 3 Outstanding Diplomacy Awards. The first Outstanding Diplomacy Award goes to the delegation representing the Russian Federation. The second Outstanding Diplomacy Award goes to the delegation representing the United States of America. The final Outstanding Diplomacy Award goes to the delegation representing United Kingdom. The Best Delegate Award for United Nations Development Program at ACMUN 15 goes to the delegation representing People's Republic of China.
Next, I would like to invite Mohan Yasser Pandi, who is the chair for the Antarctic Council, along with myself. The Special Mention Awards for the Antarctic Council are as follows. The SMs are Australia and the United Kingdom. Please stand up where you are standing. The honorable mentions are as follows. The delegate of France, South Korea, Republic of Iran, and China.
The first Outstanding Diplomat Award will go to the delegate of Greece. The second Outstanding Delegate Award will go to the delegate of the United States of America. And finally, the Best Delegate Award of the Antarctic Council will go to the delegate of Portugal. It's truly been an honor to chair this committee.
Next up, the chairs for the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, Ali Sajid and Dr. Jamal, are requested to come on stage.
For UN ODC this year, the SM award goes to Iran, Mexico, Oman, and Ukraine. Honorable mentions go to Russia, Colombia, Guatemala, and Belgium. There will be one outstanding diplomacy award which goes to the delegate of the United Kingdom. The best delegate for UNODC this year is the United States of America.
Next up, the chairs for Sokam, Abiridan Puli and Muslim Amir to come on stage. Coming towards these special mentions are given to the delegate of South Africa, Switzerland, Thailand, and Somalia. Now coming towards the honorable mentions. The honorable mentions in order of precedence go to Iran, ISIS, Ukraine, India, and coming towards the Outstanding Diplomacy Award, the Outstanding Diplomacy Award goes to the delegate representing the United States of America, the delegate of Palestine,
The best delegate for SOCCOM at ACMUN 15 this year is the delegate of UK.
Next, we have the chair for the CID committee.
Assalamualaikum everyone. The Council on Interstellar Decimation, or CID, was an extremely interesting committee this year, set in the year 2087. Delegates were put in an emergency session chaired by Mugambo. The awards for CID are as follows. The special mentions, in no particular order, go to the Democratic States of America, Scandinavia, Rome, Russia, and the South China Islands. The honorable mentions, once again in no particular order, go to the delegates of the Republican States of America, Sahelistan, and the United States of Africa. The Outstanding Diplomacy Awards, also in no particular order, go to the delegates of the Gazan Federation, North Korea, and the Islamic Republic of Iran. Unfortunately, there will be no Best Delegate Award for CID this year, and delegates for one final time, Mugambo Koshua. Thank you.
Next up, Musa Yasser will announce the awards for the Governor General's Cabinet.
For the Governor General's Cabinet this year, the special mentions in no particular order goes to Bengal Ramarao, Chaudhry Iftikhar, General Lockhart, King George, and Church of South India. The honorable mentions in no particular order goes to Liaquat Ali Khan, Nehru, Minister of Law and Order, and Dadsum rebels. The Outstanding Diplomacy Award in no particular order goes to Mahatma Gandhi and Clement Attlee. They are requested to step forward, please. The Best Delegate Award for Governor General's Cabinet this year goes to the delegate representing Quaid-e-Azam.
Next up, the chairs for DISEC are requested to come up on stage to announce the awards.
Delegates, the DISEC committee this year was set in 1189 during the time of the Turkish Sheikh, I think it would be fair to mention that we had quite a bit of engaging debate, and at the end of the day, we had our sovereign accords passed. So, first SMs for DISIC this year at ACMUN 15 go to Hungary, the Abbasid Caliphate, the Roman Empire, Bavaria, Novgorod. There will be only one honorable mention award which goes to the Ayyubid Sultanate. There will be two outstanding diplomacy awards. The first one, in order of increasing precedence, goes to the Holy Roman Empire, which was now the Duchy of Saxony. The second outstanding diplomacy award goes to the Kingdom of Jerusalem. Unfortunately, delegates, there won't be a Best Delegate Award for DISIC this year. Thank you, delegates.
The chair for Spectacles, Zuhair Sami, will announce the award now.
The SMs go to Taiwan, Oman, Cameroon, and Japan, and Palestine. The HMs go to the delegate of China and the delegate of Russia. OD, in no order of precedence, goes to the delegate of Iran and the delegate of United Kingdom. With that, we have one Best Delegate Award for this committee, and the Best Delegate Award goes to the United States of America. And with that, Zoro in ACMUN 15 signs off. Thank you so much.
The chair for Uncle Sam's Assembly, Alawal Jamal, is requested on stage.
Assalamu alaikum. This year at Uncle Sam's Special Assembly, we explored the cultural development of the United States from its inception to the present day. The SMs are in no particular order: Matt Murdock, the delegate of KKK, the delegate of the CIA. The honorable mentions are also in no order: the delegate of Tupac Shakur, the delegate of Kanye Omari West, the delegate of O.J. Simpson, and the delegate of Malcolm X. There are two outstanding diplomacy awards for this committee. The first outstanding diplomacy award goes to the delegate of Taylor Swift. The second outstanding diplomacy award goes to the delegate of Joseph Goebbels. There will be one Best Delegate Award for this committee. The winner of Uncle Sam's Assembly this year is none other than the delegate of Tony Soprano. With that, Uncle Sam signs off.
Finally, the chair for the United Nations Security Council, the president for ACMUN, Jandal Irfan, is requested to announce the awards.
This year at the Security Council, we have one special mention which goes to Bora Bora. We have four honorable mentions which go to France, Iran, Germany, and the Russian Federation. We have one Outstanding Delegate Award and one Best Delegate Award. The Outstanding Delegate Award goes to the United States of America. And the Best Delegate for the Security Council at ACMUN 15 goes to the People's Republic of China.
Delegates, I will now be announcing the result for Apollo XV, our best delegate crisis cell. There will only be one honorable mention, and that goes to the delegate of Pakistan. Honorable mention in Apollo XV. Thank you.
Delegates, now we'll be moving on to the delegation awards. The Best Outstation Delegation Award for ACMUN 15 goes to Learning Alliance Faisalabad. You are requested to approach the stage. Delegates, please be generous with your applause. They've come from a very far place.
The runners-up Best Delegation Award for the 15th edition of the ACMUN Conference goes to International School Lahore. And the Best Delegation Award for the 15th edition of the ACMUN Conference goes to Lahore Grammar School, Johor Town. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining in. See you next year, inshallah. Everyone is kindly requested to remain seated. Attention delegates, please take your seats. Delegates are not allowed to leave as of now.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes. Delegates, we request one more time, you are not allowed to leave as of now. Please take your seats.